point for us to continue to have more conversations, to have more training camps, to really dive in, to nerd out even more about other ways that we can sell even more of the products that we ultimately want to sell. And I promise you this, that by doing this effectively, and I'm going to walk Edward through it one more time, show you how to start him on blue as the first bed every time. And then also very quickly, and we'll use this for future camps, how to immediately sell more power, how to immediately sell more pillows, all within about 90 seconds. And it's crazy. Crazy.
Right.
Y'all want to see it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So again, we're going to use this as a platform for moving forward. And then I'll be willing to stay after and answer any questions if y'all want to hang out even longer.
You need to tell me what's happened there.
So, and really quick, let me end with that. Will you remind me?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to show you again is I'm going to walk Edward through one more time the introduction to the comparison center. Have him start on blue every time, and then how to sell more power and pillows without ever really having to talk about it. You want to see it? Yeah. You want to see it?
Yeah, I want to sell more power.
You want to see it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So.
More power to you.
More essentials
So again,
basis.
bright and pretty colors. They're not just there to look good, they serve a purpose.
Lowered the cost.
General feel, construction of the bed.
Bring
Over
home
here's
the
our
bacon,
comparison
baby.
center. It's a
Bring home the
cross-section of
bacon.
the entire store.
You make more
It's
money
going to
than
help
me.
us kind of narrow down and eliminate the stuff that, is really irrelevant to what it is that you're looking for. By doing this, it's going to save you a whole bunch of time and then make sure that we're finding the beds that will work for you. Sound good?
Yeah.
So again, so Edward, so in our showroom, red is pillow top,
Okay.
orange is plush,
Okay.
and yellow is firm. Now all three of these have the exact same support on the inside. Follow me. The support comes from the coils. The only difference between the three is the amount of padding on top. Now you probably are noticing blue.
Mm-hmm.
Blue's different. This is personalized. All right? If you would have a seat for me right here,
Okay.
and then just kick your feet up and stretch back and relax. Now the reason blue is personalized is because it uses adapt technology. And what that does is it adjusts to your unique weight, shape, and temperature because we're all built differently in those three areas.
Okay.
And because it does that, it puts your body in proper head-to-toe postural alignment. It absorbs pressure and motion so you won't disturb yourself or your partner if you have one sleeping at night. And then the other thing it does is it's proven to sleep cool. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, have you ever fallen asleep in a recliner or known someone who has?
Yeah, I've fallen asleep.
Yeah. And the reason that happens is when your feet are elevated to a level that is about at your heart, it takes a tremendous amount of tension off of your lower back. The other thing that happens when you're in a recliner is when your upper body is elevated, it takes even more tension off of your lower back, and it's actually easier to breathe. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is.
Now that's a power base. A power base is an option that works with about 80 to 90% of the beds on the showroom floor. If that's something that you're interested in talking about, we can do so later.
Well, I have lower back problems.
Oh, do you
so-
really?
Yeah, so this feels so much better than my current mattress.
Perfect. Well, we can certainly talk more about those options, but you didn't come in here to buy a power base, you came in here to buy a mattress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that first. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Edward, do you sleep with a pillow at home?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay, I'm going to show you three options. And the only thing, it's real simple, the only thing I want you to do is to tell me which one is most comfortable.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Here's option one, and you can slide down a little bit if it gives you a little more space there. All right, there's number one. Okay, got a good feel for that?
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to put your arm down, or do you sleep like that?
I sleep like
Okay,
that.
perfect. Then I would encourage you to try it out that way. And here's number two.
I actually like this one.
You like that one better than
Yeah.
one? Okay, now let's compare it with number three just to make sure.
Okay.
Now between two and three.
I still like two.
You like two better? Let me give you that one back. Okay. Now Edward, that pillow, that's still the winner?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now as we're trying out the different mattresses, I want you to carry that pillow with you as we try out the different beds. The reason for that is the pillow makes up about 20 to 25% of the entire sleeping surface of the mattress.
Okay.
By keeping the pillow consistent as you're trying out the different beds, it's going to allow your body to really zero in on the mattress to make sure that you're picking out the one that mattress that works best for you. and not just one that may or may not feel more or less comfortable because of a better or worse pillow. Does that make sense?
It does.
Now, what would you do about this? What would you change about this mattress to make it more comfortable?
Honestly, I like everything about it.
You like everything?
Yeah.
All right, well, do me a favor. We're going to try just a couple more options to make sure that this is the right one for you.
Okay.
And then we'll just go from there. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Follow me.
Grab your pillow.
So that's it. And take your pillow. What'd y'all think?
That was smooth.
Smooth? So what'd y'all notice?
You had him coming up in the adjustable base, just talking to him all smoothly, didn't even ask him about it.
So how did I get into the conversation?
You
And but what was
segued from the recliner.
Have you ever fell asleep in a recliner before?
or
Or know somebody that has?
and why do I ask the question that way? Because you're absolutely right.
You're gonna say yes.
You-
Everybody, yeah.
Even if they've said no, it's 100% yes answer. And so once I ask them that question, then I have to explain to him why that happens. And why was it? Feet, and what was the word I used off of his lower back? What was?
Pressure.
Pressure relief.
Tension. Very different, right? Rubber band pulling is tension, releasing is relieving tension, right? And guess what everybody else is saying? Well, they're probably not showing them, but they're probably calling it pressure. That's a different conversation, a different experience. And then what was I doing? Then the upper body, right? And what happens when his upper body is raised?
Even more.
Even more tension, and you felt that. And that's why I say it that way. Because as you're going up, you're feeling even more tension coming off of your lower back. I highly encourage y'all, next time you're in your stores, hop up there, temperature, recliner, tension, right, and just feel it. And then I hit him with some, my big sleep fact, and it's easier to breathe. Pretty cool, huh? Does anybody need an explanation of why breathing easier is a good thing? Yeah, probably not.
Doesn't breathe here.
Yeah, and it's actually easier to breathe. Okay, cool. And then I said, and then what I do? I pointed out to what that was, right? Which is a power base. The reason I need to point that out is because he didn't come in asking for one of these things, did he?
No.
Because if he did, I would have been like, oh my God,
Yeah.
baby, this is going to be a $10,000 ticket. But I'm introducing a flying car to someone who has no idea that this thing even exists. So I need to point it out. That's a power base. Works with 80 to 90% of the beds on the floor, and then I'm taking it away from him. If that's something that you'd like to consider, we can talk about those options later. But you didn't come in to buy a power base, you came in to buy a mattress. So we're going to start with that first. Is that okay with you? So I'm getting the yeses, I'm educating, I'm taking away, right? I'm building trust the whole time I'm doing this, and I'm getting him to say yes the entire time. That's cool, right? Is that good with you?
It is.
Perfect. And then what did I ask him?
Or the
What type
pillow.
of pillows you sleep on at home?
Not what type.
Do you sleep on?
Do you sleep on a pillow? And do most people sleep on a pillow?
Yes.
And if he says no, I'm going to say, perfect. We're going to try him without pillows. But he said yes. So then what did I do?
Grab 3 options.
And then what did I ask him to do?
Try.
And what?
Compare.
Tell him
Pick which one?
the one that feels the most comfortable.
The one that is most comfortable to Edward. That I talked to him about density, about gel, about pancreatic cancer, about Tempurpedic pillows, about black eyes pillows. Did I give him any information about pillows?
No.
No, because it's not the point in the comparison center, right? The reason that works so effectively, yeah, anybody wear contacts or eyeglasses? There's a doctor that paid $200,000 a year to say, is this one clear or this one clear? Is it clear here or clear here? And there's a doctor that can tell me my prescription based off of me going, no, that one's better. I think I can use that to sell pillows, right? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Should have been an eye doctor.
Dude, I know, right? You take on some enormous debt, right?
Better, worse.
So then, but then there's a reason to talk about pillows and to carry it with him from every mattress. That very pillow to every mattress. And what was the reason?
This is going to help that bed. It's going to help the bed feel more comfortable than without it, actually. And it's going to help them feel.
Your body's
That is true. That
He'll
is true.
focus
But
on
what's
mattresses.
The stated benefit that I'm telling the guest. Why is it
The pillow
important
makes
that?
up 20% of the bed.
20%.
And I
Get
love
it
how you
forward,
did this.
Take it around with you. Your body's going to be more in
That's
tune
good,
to
yeah.
the bed you're laying on.
Yes, because we're controlling a variable that can influence a buying decision, right? And if my job is to help a guest make the best decision for them, then we have to control that variable, or they could very well buy the wrong bed. Because I didn't do that part of my job. By keeping that consistent from bed to bed to bed, it's your body will tell you which mattress is best for you. Who's going to say no to that? No, I don't want to carry that. I don't want to make a good decision here. I don't want to carry that pillow with me. Right? So all of this we can do in more detail. I just wanted to give you some insight into, and then, step 2 of this is like, well, what makes the Cloud Luxe $39.99 and the Cloud Elite $34.99 and the Cloud Supreme $27.99? Like, what's the difference there? So simple.
Adaptive material.
You get more adaptive technology.
Yeah, the feel's a little bit different, and you get more adapt technology with the more you spend, and that's the stuff that does all of it. So getting more of something that does everything is going to do more of it. Which one works best for you? That's it.